Bay movie from the 90s, and
Yeah.
all they want is flat lighting, and I'd lose my shit because I wouldn't know how to do it. I'd be scared.
I mean, hey, a Lifetime movie would be good if it had some Michael Bay-esque explosions.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
That's a great way to appeal to the male crowd.
Exactly. Yeah. Just some hard lighting, backlight, like little Dutch angle, pushing in constantly. Camera won't stop moving. But yeah, but that type of stuff, because it's a different skill, But anyways, yeah, it's awesome, man. Filmmaking. I have I built my little mini studio in here obviously for the podcast that I have, but we built I have a big DVD collection since I've had every DVD since I was 13, up on the wall, and my kids are starting to get into it. So it's just been, it's awesome, man. It's I love it. And
so let me throw something out there for you.
Yeah.
I thought about this on the when I was doing my run. So I think you and I can agree. There's a lot of great war films out there, but there's certainly a treasure trove of things that have not yet been made, whether they be biopics, actual wars themselves. So I was thinking about this. So let's say you do become the big Hollywood director, or you find the resources to do it. You get 3 picks to make something that is warfare, or even better yet, Marine Corps related-esque. I got 3 ones for you that I want you to try, or I want to hear, if you had the chance, like, these might be the best ones, at least that I would want to see. A biopic, or like some type of bio on Smedley Butler, like it's a historical, not like a documentary, but you know what I mean? Like, just a regular film on him. The Frozen Chosin is probably my number 1 that I think of off the top of my head. And then I'm going to go with another bio, but I forget his name for the life of me, but he was a freed slave in the Civil War, and he stole a naval ship from the South and managed to bring it back up. Yeah. I forget his name. He ended up becoming a congressman. I forget his name.
Yep. I've heard that one. That would be amazing, actually. Yeah. That'd be really cool. No, I would say
please, this is we will pay you money for this.
Yeah. Again, this is not only will I get upgraded to the Medal of Honor, there's also a producer that loves your show. That's like, I got 50 million and I don't know what to do with it. I would say my number 1 would be, there's actually the one that I really wanted to do it's still on my mind with stuff, but they're actually doing it. It's the Battle of Taku Gar. And I believe Adam Driver is playing Chapman. So I think Ron Howard is actually directing it. So we'll see if that still goes through or not. But that was one, but that's not Marine Corps related.
Which one's Taku Gar? What is it?
Yeah, it's the battle. So Battle of Roberts Ridge. It's one of the Chapman. He's a Air Force combat controller. Pretty controversial. It's when Roberts, he was a SEAL Team 6, I believe he was Team 6, fell off the back of a Chinook, landed on Taku Gar, basically, and the Al-Qaeda was up there. And this is like 2002. It's the Operation Anaconda, but basically Anaconda was going on, I believe, and then Taku Gar battle was happening at the same time. The Rangers fly in, they get shot up. The one helicopter crash lands. Chapman's also fighting, going in and out of the, taking on this bunker. Team 6 guys bail, and then they come back, and then it's like a whole thing. But that would be a really cool film, which I believe they're making. So okay. But it's a battle. They call it Roberts Ridge. So there's books written on it. Roberts Ridge, Operation Anaconda. Not a Good Day to Die is actually a phenomenal, by Sean Naylor. It's actually looking at it right now. It's a phenomenal book about the whole everything about Anaconda, and also the battle Taku Gar, Roberts Ridge. Yeah. And also the 2010 Medal of Honor game is basically based off of Anaconda and Roberts Ridge. If you play the video game, that's essentially it.
I didn't know they had a video game, but I'm going to have to look into it.
Yeah, it wasn't that good. The multiplayer was better. But yeah. Yeah. So again, that was 2010. 16 years ago. Oh yeah. And anyway, so I would say for my 3 would be Battle of Fallujah miniseries. So Band of Brothers level quality, and obviously GWAT's always controversial on there's no good beginning, middle, end of things, It's kind of like Vietnam, it's there's no how do you, it's Band of Brothers works great because you go from the beginning of the war to the end of the war, or when they land to D-Day, and now there's a victory day and everything's great, and we have Vietnam and GWAT, you don't have that. So I think it's really hard to pinpoint. You'd have to pinpoint battles, but to me, the Battle of Fallujah, the second battle, would be like awesome, because then you can focus on like a squad of Marines or a company as they move through, and and then go from there. So that'd be like a Netflix series. It'd be like, hey, this is a, I don't know, 6 episodes of Battle of Fallujah. That'd be number one. I'm trying to think. There's a few films. There was
Oh, wait, since you're a scout sniper, what do you think of something involving Gunny Hathcock? What do you think about that? Because I have his book on Marine Sniper. That one would be.
Here's the kicker, right? As a Marine Corps scout sniper, Gunny Hathcock is overrated. I'd rather have, or no, sorry. Oh God, not Hathcock. Yeah, Hathcock's overrated. It's the other guy.
Really?
Mawhinney. I'd rather have a movie on Chuck Mawhinney. And Chuck Mawhinney is equally as legend as Hathcock in the community. Hathcock's, by all means, he's a legend. I'm just kind of being a smart ass. A lot of his stuff is 100% exaggerated. I've read some of his book. I'm like, you didn't make that fucking shot. Like, no way. There's no way, no. But especially in Vietnam. But Chuck Mawhinney, I think he passed now. Or he might still be alive. But Chuck Mawhinney, I was so mad. I was supposed to go to my hog night. My buddies had the hog night for Scout Sniper School, and I was on island, and I missed it because I think we had gone to Bridgeport to train. But Chuck Mawhinney showed up for hog night, and they got to get fucking hammered with Chuck. Yeah, I can kind of see it. It's blurry, but yeah, Chuck Mawhinney. Chuck Mawhinney is like, yeah. So yeah, I would say like a biopic on Chuck Mawhinney or something like that. Because I believe Chuck Mawhinney had the story of 20 shots, 20 kills, I believe, with the night vision M14 scope, like in a riverbed or something like that.
Right. Okay.
Like on a river, they just like lined them up. It's like with an old night scope and just kept firing. And yeah.
Damn. Okay.
There's that one, and then there is the that would be a good one. And then there's a really crazy Marine battle that took place, and I wish I could remember the name. One of my coworkers wrote a really good story on it for Coffee or Die, and it's a recon platoon that almost got overran. None of the Marines were killed, but they were awarded, I believe, Navy Crosses, Silver Stars, and they did gun runs like 20 yards or something from their convoy. And then one of the guys had basically 15, same thing, box magazine M14, had like 15 or 20 kills just with these like pop, 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 pop. And they just, that's how close the Taliban were. And I think that was 2008. And it was I can't remember the name of the battle, but that would be like my top 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, all good selections. I mean, granted, I didn't know some of them, but I mean, yeah, I trust your expertise over mine. You are the filmmaker, but yeah, it's certainly fun to throw out there. But I will just throw out there just for one. We got to see something from the Frozen Chosin, like that whole.
True. Yes, that's actually, I agree with
you. The Last Stand of Fox Company, nothing for them.
Yeah. No, I agree. That would 100%. I would exchange that. I would say a mini series on Frozen Chosin. Like something in that aspect, 100%. Like get Korea War, they don't get the love that they should get.
No, and there's so much stuff that the Frozen Chosin is just one of them, but there's so much cool stuff that happened with that war.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. But I mean, it's money, it's all this other stuff. I mean, it's really hard to get these type of series like off the ground. Sometimes people are like, oh, they just did it so quickly, and then you kind of read the backstory. It's like it's been in development for fucking like 10 years, or just like it's a nightmare. But yeah,
I think there's a Netflix movie that came out now. They took 48 years to complete. I guess there was a small segment in the beginning that was done back in the 70s or something, and then some producers took it up in 2018 and completed it or something.
Wow, I have to check into that.
Yeah, I don't know what it was weird because I was watching it. I guess it's perfect timing because I got in the kick with it. But I'm going really balls to the wall with like the Lord of the Rings trilogy and like everything there. But they did a cartoon of it back in the 70s. So they had it's obviously it's nowhere near to the level that like the movies were from like Peter Jackson and all that. Yeah. But they did a cartoon of it in the 70s and then of The Hobbit. And then in 1978, this was really cool. They did, it's interesting, I should say. They we're going to do the entire all 3 books in one film. And this was in 78 and it's animated. But because of how big of the project was, the production company like pulled out their funding, I guess last second, or told them you can only do so much. So it's like a 2.5-hour animated movie of the Lord of the Rings, but it only covers the first book and then half of the second book. And it has an awkward ending. And there's, to this day, there's no completed like ending of it, I think.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to worry about that because Peter Jackson killed it. So now,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. My wife and I, every once in a while, we go down we watch all the Lord of the Rings, and then we watch all the Harry Potter, and then we watch all of like now with the new Hobbits, you know, we throw those on too. But yeah, we'll go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, I got to get into Harry Potter. I think is the next one because my brother just finished that one, so I gotta catch up with that. But I assume, are you big nerd into the Lord of the Rings?
No. Only in the films. When it comes to films, yes. Not the books. I'm a film guy first, so I like any book adaptation. I don't really give a shit. They're phenomenal films. Like I take it back. I love the Harry Potter books, and the films are really good. Honestly, the book side to me are obviously better than the films, but the films are really good. I do like watching the movies. I think they're very entertaining, very good films. Yeah. Lord of the Rings is a masterpiece in filmmaking, but I've never read the books, and I really don't ever care to. But they're phenomenal films and made in like the perfect era of time. With how they did all the visual effects, how they did. I mean, it really is an absolute masterclass. And like, not saying that to like, it truly technically it's a technical wonder. It's the blend of everything and the best of everything of that era. And it still holds up to this day. Like it holds up. It's a flawless film, or all 3 of them are essentially are damn near flawless.
Yeah. I will say with Peter Jackson, he's very, I guess, in just terms, because it's one of the things I was thinking of. I think probably the one movie that is never considered like a household name classic that I think should be is Peter Jackson's King Kong from 2005, 2006.
Oh, yeah.
That movie, in my opinion, that gets 0. The fact that they had Jack Black kill it in a very serious role, I think shows how great of a film that was.
I remember that. I remember when that came out. Yep. I was actually... I think that was right when I was getting to the fleet, because I think that was like December of 2005 when that came out. Yeah. And then it was like, and then I bought the DVD or something like that. And then I deployed. But yeah, I remember that. I remember watching those movies are all like burned into my emotional memory from combat, like all the ones that like you remember within that era. But yeah. I remember that. It's an entertaining one. It's a bit too much CGI for me, but it's entertaining. I'll give it that.
You think it's too much CGI? I always thought it was like perfect, just because it was like, I don't know, like, because you look at the CGI that they use now, and it's like you can just tell it's fake. But like then it was like you couldn't tell the difference really.
Yeah, it was like you could just tell they're like, we'll just CG all this stuff, because they had more of a budget, and then technology had gotten better even by that point. But there was but now everyone does it, so it's just overdone, and it's not done well. And that's where it's like, like when I say Lord of the Rings, because Lord of the Rings was like every technical shot counted. It had they had to make it work, and they weren't always using visual effects, or what you would say CGI, because it was expensive or it didn't look as good. So like there's a lot of better ways to do things, and they did it, and it fucking worked. And it looked so much better because it's real. So yeah, man, I guess you watch that shit and you're like, man, this is fucking epic. And it's so good. Like, it's so good. And you can tell when they try to do CGI, like too much, they push the boundaries and it starts to fall apart, but they only do it in certain spots. And you're like, okay, it's like forgiving a little bit, but everything else is like done just flawlessly. So yeah.
All right. Well, Mr. Nagel, I don't have too much else to, ask or bring in, talk with. I would say very well done fight for a short notice one.
No, absolutely. My son's starting to stir.